The crowd is restless. The floodlights burn white against a dark Sardinian sky. A young man in red and blue stands still, boots pressed against damp grass, heartbeat thundering beneath his jersey. Semi Kulitsoy, just 18. But in this moment, you'd swear he carries the weight of generations. He's not supposed to be here this soon. Not supposed to be the one everyone's watching. But destiny rarely waits for permission. From Besiktas youth system to a surprise move to Cagliari, Semi has turned heads everywhere he's gone. A forward with pace, power, and a silent kind of hunger. The kind that doesn't scream, but burns. The ball rolls toward him. The stands rise in one collective breath. His first touch is clean. His eyes never leave the goal. The keeper steps forward too early. There's half a second left in eternity, and Semi decides. The strike is pure, almost poetic, cutting through air like a story being written in real time. This is the kind of moment that rewrites futures, the kind of moment that separates players from legends. And for Semi Kulitsoy, it could be the night his career takes flight, or the one that defines his resolve forever, because in football, you don't just play for the next goal. You play for the moment people will remember you by. And tonight, all eyes are on him. If you love stories like this, raw, unpredictable, and full of heart, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon and join our community of real football storytellers. Semi Kulitsoy's journey didn't start in a stadium. It started on the cracked pitches of Turkey, with a ball that bounced unevenly and dreams that seemed impossibly big. He wasn't born into privilege or connections, just raw ability and discipline. By 14, his name was already whispered across youth tournaments. Coaches described him as different, not just fast, but fearless. By 16, Besiktas gave him a debut most players wait a lifetime for. And by 17, he was scoring goals that didn't just make headlines, they made statements. What made Semi stand out wasn't just skill. It was intensity. The way he chased every ball like it owed him something. The way he turned small chances into game-changing moments. In Turkey's Super League, young players often vanish under pressure. But Semi thrived. He became the light in a turbulent Besiktas season. Quick feet, powerful finishes, a composure beyond his years. His confidence drew comparisons to young Arda Güler and even Hakan Şükür in his prime. But as the season ended, something shifted. Scouts started circling. Clubs across Europe saw what Turkey already knew. This kid had something special, something that couldn't be coached. Then came the shock. Cagliari, Italy. A move no one saw coming. A club fighting to prove itself in Serie A, taking a gamble on a teenager from Istanbul. Critics called it too soon. Fans called it too bold. But Semi? He just saw it as a test. He said quietly in one interview, "Pressure is what makes diamonds." Cagliari's fans welcomed him with warmth and skepticism, both earned. Italian defenders are brutal teachers. Serie A doesn't forgive naivety. But Semi walked in smiling, ready to learn the hard way. The Italian game is slower, more tactical, more physical. But Semi adapted faster than anyone expected. He studied movements, spacing, timing. Coaches noted how he listened more than he spoke, how he stayed late after training, refining his finishing, studying Dusan Vlahović's clips. It's no coincidence. Semi admired Vlahovic's path, another young striker who turned raw potential into dominance in Italy. And now Semi is following a similar road, one built on resilience, silence, and results. But not everything has been smooth. The media hype is unforgiving. Every missed shot becomes a headline. Every quiet game turns into a question. Is he ready? Pressure like that breaks players, but Semi wears it like armor. In Cagliari's training sessions, insiders report he's among the first to arrive and last to leave. He studies his movement frame by frame. He asks for feedback after every drill. When asked about criticism, he simply said, "They talk. I train." That's the mindset of champions. The match that changed everything came under the rain, Cagliari versus Napoli. The defending champions. Semi was on the bench waiting. 70th minute, coach gives the nod. He steps in. The crowd barely notices, but by the 88th minute, the entire stadium knows his name. A fast counter, a single touch, and then the goal. Not just any goal, a striker's instinctive finish, one-touch perfection from a narrow angle. The camera catches his expression, calm, almost cold. No celebration, just focus. That was the moment Italy realized. Semi Kulitsoi wasn't here to participate. He was here to compete. Off the pitch, Semi remains humble. No flashy lifestyle, no ego. Just family, football, and faith. Reporters say he sends part of his paycheck back home. He visits local academies, mentoring kids who see him as proof that dreams can travel. He once told a Turkish reporter, "I'm not chasing fame, I'm chasing consistency." And that's what separates the good from the great. Now, every match feels like a test, a quiet audition for greatness. Cagliari might not be the biggest stage, but it's the perfect proving ground. And if Semi continues his trajectory, this chapter could define not just his career, but his legend. Because history remembers the bold, the ones who left home to find destiny, the ones who turned doubt into fuel. And tonight, under the same lights that once blinded him, Semi Kulitsoi stands tall, ready, relentless, unstoppable. His story is only beginning, and the football world is watching. If you felt this story, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and let's keep telling the stories that football never forgets.